I think so. We have a long history with Napa Valley. In fact, my dad is one of the two vintners who made Napa Valley famous. He was the one that made the 73 Chateau Montelana Chardonnay that won the Paris tasting of 1976. Actually, it was the highest scoring wine, so it literally did win the tasting. Well, yes, of course. I think that's one of those questions I get asked a lot. And if I wasn't, I think I would have been a very abnormal child in Napa Valley. So, especially, Croatian for us family is very important. Legacy is very important. The idea that you create something and then you pass it on from generation to generation. My dad talks about all the Grgiches that have come before him and hopes that all the Grgiches that come after will be in a very long line as well, too. I have one son.
Okay, and how old is your son?
He's 11.
Okay, so not quite ready to be making wine yet.
Well, he actually invented a winemaking machine when he was 4 years old.
Really?
He wasn't inspired by Grgich Hills, though. My mom took him up to another winery where there was a castle, and I thought he was just going to be excited about the castle. He fell in love with the winemaking. Oh, absolutely. I think the key is not pushing him, is making it available and interesting. And he's always been interested in science and mathematics, and was, at the age of 7, was really concerned that he won't be able to afford his master's in chemistry when he grows up. So he wanted to start working right away. Now he's thinking about aerospace engineering and winemaking as well. So
not bad for 11.
Not bad for 11. The nice thing about a family business is that you can do anything in the family business, representing yourself, your family, and there's plenty of jobs for everyone. Correct. My cousin Ivo Jeramaz, he came from Croatia in 1986 and with a degree in engineering, and ended up eventually falling in love with wine and especially vineyards. So even though he enjoys winemaking, his real passion is in the vineyard. Ivo is responsible for vineyards and production, and I'm responsible for operations and sales. But we work together on most things, and it's small, and we're very involved in everything. We're producing about 70,000, which is a little less than we used to back when we bought grapes, but we've been entirely estate grown since 2003, and we're very proud of that. We have 5 different vineyards. This is the smallest vineyard here in 20 acres in Rutherford, and then we have Calistoga, we have Yountville, we have old vines there and in Calistoga. We also have Carneros, which is well known, and American Canyon, which is not as well known, but it's actually the coolest region in the appellation of Napa Valley, and it's a spectacular vineyard. I actually spent my life accompanying my dad to whatever winery he was working at. I remember very much Robert Mondavi Winery, because his office was in the tower, so that was exciting. Then there were many years at Chateau Montelana with a beautiful lake, a wonderful underground cellar. And here at Grgich Hills, I started working on the bottling line when we first opened. But I think it took many years. I definitely studied other things. I had other interests as well. Got a degree in music and kept coming back to the winery. And I think I finally realized how much I enjoyed it, because it wasn't like a job. It was like something I've always done. So it totally made sense. I play, actually my main instrument is the harpsichord, although I started with piano and flute and then accordion, which I still play every now and then because of course it's fun and you can play all kinds of tunes on it, and viola da gamba, recorder. So I enjoy music of all kinds, but really fell in love with the harpsichord as well. I have to say that being a Napa Valley native is a wonderful thing. And, I was born as an American, but I was raised as a Croatian.
Sure.
And I always had a great appreciation for the good things about America and the good things about being Croatian. Right. I think the poverty was not the difficult thing for him. The difficult part was war and communism. And so when he left the country, that's what he left. He wanted to escape communism because he heard in America you could actually achieve your dreams. And he had no idea that he would be able to achieve his dreams so successfully. In fact, he just wrote a book.
We were talking about that.
I know, and it's called A Glass Full of Miracles. And it's really, my dad talks about the many miracles that happened in his life, but there is that proverb that God helps those who help themselves. And I think that's very much the case. Those miracles would not have happened had he not had the passion, had he not worked so hard, had he not had that drive to succeed.